Well, I can say that the total amount of carbon in nature is always the same. But carbon is stored in different compartments of nature in different proportions. And these compartments are interconnected by active flows. Active flows of carbon migrate from one compartment to another compartment. So the total carbon is always the same, but the distribution of carbon among compartments may differ greatly. One major store of carbon is the subsoil, which contain huge amounts of the so-called fossil carbon, such as petroleum, mineral coal, natural gas, and so on. What humans have made is to extract fossil carbon from subsoil to get a rapid source of energy. But inevitably, enormous amounts of greenhouse gases were released to atmospheres when fossil carbon was used mainly by industry. And this process began after the start of the Industrial Revolution and increased abruptly during the last 200 years. Well, part of this emitted carbon coming from fossil fuels is captured and stored in water bodies, for example, seas, oceans, and another part is captured and stored in terrestrial ecosystems by the photosynthesis of plants. Plants by photosynthesis capture part of the carbon that is located in the atmosphere and convert this carbon into living biomass, living tissues of plants. When plant biomass dies, part of carbon's biomass moves back to the atmosphere through respiration processes. There are microorganisms in the soil, mainly in the soil, that respirates this biomass and emit part of the carbon to the atmosphere. So in this case, carbon moves back to the atmosphere, but another part is incorporated into the soil as a soil organic carbon. And this is a very important fraction because it's the most stable fraction to sequester and store carbon. So this is the main focus that we have to take into account in our future studies. So we can say that photosynthesis is a functional mechanisms that humans can use and handle to capture and store carbon in soil and even in water. So the manipulation of photosynthesis of these processes is an outstanding opportunity that the rural sector has to mitigate emissions. So we can find here an important role in future programs of emission mitigations. And the role is very, very, very important in the case of grazing lands, which is the focus of this interview as far as I can understand.